Good morning, and welcome to the Crafty Canary for In the Word on Wednesday. Today we're continuing our look at Philippians, and we're in chapter 3. I want us to look at chapter 3, verse 7. But whatever things were gained to me, those things I have counted as loss for the sake of Christ. This verse and through verse 11 are very special to me because as a young woman, I was going through a very difficult time. I had lost something and was really feeling the pain of that loss, focusing on the pain of that loss, and I decided that I needed to focus on scripture instead. So I memorized Philippians 3, verses 7 through 11 to really get my focus off the thing that I thought I had lost. And what it really did was to put my focus on Christ and to remind me that Christ is the most important thing and that I will never lose him and will never lose my salvation. And anything else I might have in this world is rubbish, is counted as loss for his sake. And in recent times, I've kind of experienced the same thing, sort of the loss of a dream. So I went back to these verses. It's what brought me back to the book of Philippians and caused me to start memorizing that passage again, rememorize that, and then go a little further and even go before verse 7 and see what was it that Paul was talking about. And we see before verse 7 that he was talking about the things that he had before he came to Christ, that he was a Hebrew of Hebrews. He was of the tribe of Benjamin, that he was of the nation of Israel, that he was, as to the law, a Pharisee. As to zeal, he was a persecutor of the church. As to the righteousness found in the law, he was blameless. So he had all of these things going for him as an Israelite, as a Pharisee, but yet he counted them as loss for the sake of Christ. And we see that he lost a lot. He was in prison when he wrote the book of Philippians, imprisoned several times during his life, and then eventually even lost his life for the sake of Christ. So I want that to challenge me and to challenge you, that whatever we face in this world, even the most horrific losses that we may face, that we can count them but rubbish for the sake of Christ. So if you're going through a loss right now, the loss of a dream, the loss of a relationship, the loss of a job, I challenge you to look to Christ, to remember that you will never lose him, that you will never lose your salvation, and that he is far more valuable than anything we could have in this earth. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.